Hi guys. Hi guys.
The Exotic Feline Rescue Center provides permanent quality homes and care for animals like this.
We have 230 cats here right now. 9 different species, more tigers than anything else. As far as I know, we are the second largest collection of big cats in the United States. And I think we are probably the largest federally licensed collection of big cats in the United States. And as far as having a favorite cat, you know, it's like having a lot of kids, you know, you can't really, you can't pick one.
Joe Taft started the nonprofit organization in 1991. He was inspired by his own experiences with exotic felines.
When I was a foolish student, I bought an ocelot as a pet for no good reason. So I was a former pet owner. In 1990, I had my first encounter with what they call photo boothers, people who will take these animals as babies around to shopping malls and carnivals, offer you a chance to have your picture taken with them. Quite often these people will tell you how these animals are going to go to good zoos when they are done with them. By federal regulation, these animals are throwaways after they're 3 months old. That is, they are not allowed to be used in a public contact situation. And these people are turning a lot of money with these animals. They want to dump them when they're 3 months old. There's no place for them to go. They end up in bad hands and a lot of trouble. They end up dead somewhere. So when I encountered these first tigers, they had spent most of their life in the back of a Volkswagen van. The male was blind and crippled and most of his teeth were rotted out. The female was just hungry and bored. I encountered these tigers. I was outraged by the situation. I complained. Ultimately, I ended up with the tigers and came here in 1991 with those 2 tigers and a leopard, looking for a place with no neighbors I could start this. And here we are almost 22 years later. People buy these animals when they're cute and cuddly. And they don't realize how quick they're going to grow, how big they're going to get, how potentially dangerous they are. People seem to have the attitude of, well, I raised a collie, why can't I raise a tiger? These animals in a lot of ways are fairly easy to connect with, it seems to me, and you know, in a lot of ways. The trouble with saying that is it almost seems to negate the saying that these animals are incredibly dangerous. You know, I guess being friendly does not rule out being dangerous. You know, these animals will kill you because they like you. Almost all the animals here have been raised by hand. And with an animal like this, if she will allow us to get this close to her, we can watch her really well. I mean, you know, if she had a problem, we could see it. Will you open your mouth for me? Will you let me see it? She probably is not going to open her mouth for me right now. But you see, with an animal that will come this close, I could vaccinate her when it comes time to vaccinate. We can examine her very closely. If I needed to immobilize her, we could do that with a pull syringe and not a dart gun, which is substantially better. So having these animals fairly well socialized is certainly to their advantage in the 15 to 25 years that these animals could live.
Well, yeah, and explain why you are not afraid to put your face up to the fence.
Well, a lot of other than the fact that I know this animal fairly well. She's on that side of the fence, I'm on this side of the fence. And I know not to get my body parts in through there. What, sweetie? she would be happy if somebody would come feed her right now. Yeah, so now she's starting to get upset now. And so this is where I would back away from her.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
So we headed around the rest of the center, and Joe shared the different stories of each feline. Finally, we got to the biggest tiger we'd seen up close, and Joe surprised me.
He's a pretty good sized boy. Now he's one of the tigers that I'd go in with.
You would go in with that guy?
Sure.
Because he's older.
Because he's a sweetheart. Hi. Hi. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. You okay? You okay? Okay. I'm going now, okay? But it was nice to see you.
You get a rush going in there?
Not really. I mean, I'm too old to look for excitement. I'm not in this for the excitement or the risk. We're in this to provide stable, long-term care for these guys.